Oh, for sure. And so you said you focus a lot on, the journey and the process to get you to where you are. So would you say that's kind of a driving force for you as opposed to the end result, just embracing that journey about, the successes, the failures throughout?
Yeah, it has to be for me. I mean, number one, I can't control the end.
Yeah.
But I can control today. I can control this minute. I can control tomorrow. And sometimes I can't even control that. But what I can control is my mindset, my preparation, my work ethic. And I think that served me well as I've gone forward because, you're taking it one bite at a time.
And you had mentioned work ethic because that's super important. Obviously, I've known you for a while. Is that something that you just always had, or is that something that was developed over time?
I think it's something. Number one, I love to work, and I know that in the society today, work isn't necessarily valued. It's not held in esteem, and so I love to work. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my 5 children. I love getting away. I love enjoying the fruits. But I love to work, and so I if I take a minute and I try to think about where that came from, I mean, there's a couple different things early in my life that really made the difference to me. I know my grandfather grew up in the Great Depression, and he lost it all. And one of the things I still remember about him is he lost it all, and he paid back he owned a clothing store, and when it all went south and bellied up and all his clients, who many of them were on credit, left, he paid personally. Back in the day when he didn't have to, he paid every single debtor off.
Wow.
And it took him years.
Yeah.
And they had to sacrifice. But I remember, and so that's a little bit about my grandfather, but my grandfather used to give me speeches about something called self-discipline. And I remember, like most of our kids, we hear that and it's like Charlie Brown's teacher, right?
Yeah.
It's going in one ear, out the other. But I remember him relating things like sacrifice for things you want. Practicing self-discipline with intentionality. And so I think I learned that early on. And then I think I got blessed with great parents. I know we all have great parents, but for me,